to you all season long by Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, Buddy's Food and Fuel, by RP Lumber, Riley Oil, Springer Insurance, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Orange County Casa, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, Paoli Health and Living Community, by Jeremy Payton Edward Jones, Orange County REMC, and Orange County Fiber. In Focus Eye Care, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, by Summers Seamless Guttering, and Orange County Community Foundation.
It's a game and situation that can only happen when Paoli and Springs Valley go at it on the softball field. This is the sixth date that they have tried to get this softball game in. It started back on Monday with an inning and a third. Then it got washed out. Then they tried it two more times. That also did not work out. And finally, here on this Thursday evening, on a neutral field at Parker Field on the turf, the Rams and the Blackhawks will finally settle things here in this important conference matchup. Good afternoon, everybody. Dave Dedrick here at Parker Field. Dave Deaton spinning the dials for us back at Mix 95.3 as the Blackhawks come in 3-14, 0-4 in conference play. The Rams are 3-15 and 0-5 in PLAC play. It's time now for Rams softball on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com, and ask Alexa to play Mix 95.3 WUME. Well, an inning and a third in, the Rams did not score in the top half of the first, and here in the bottom half of the first, when we resume this game, Valley will be threatening as they do have two base runners on second and third. So an important part of this game to start off as we get set for the first pitch. We'll be back with the starting lineups. You're listening to Rams softball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than In Focus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At In Focus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. In Focus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
We resume this game in the bottom of the first. Again, this was originally a home game for Springs Valley as the Rams had a couple of base runners on in the top half of the inning thanks to a couple of hits, but then a double play got the Blackhawks out of any trouble. They have come back. Josie Robinson has led off with a pop-up to the shortstop, then a couple of errors, one to the second baseman and one to the first baseman, and the Springs Valley Blackhawks have runners on at second and third. Take a look at the lineup here that Jada Smith will be facing for Springs Valley. As we mentioned, Josie Robinson led it off with a pop-up. Then Adley Galloway got on with an error to the second baseman. Lola Kovas on with an error to the first baseman. Elliott Weininger, the cleanup hitter, in a great spot here with a 2-1 count when she walks up to the plate today, is the cleanup hitter. Hitting fifth in pitching is Tanessa Jackson. Hitting sixth is the right fielder, Michaela Kovasas. Hitting seventh in center field, Olivia Allen. The eighth batter is the catcher, Ella Paredes. And hitting ninth in left field is Elizabeth Sourdike. On the mound for the Rams, it will be Jada Smith coming in with an ERA of just over 9. Izzy Apple behind the plate. Alyssa Jones at first. Gracie Hall at second. Charlie Ashley at short. Ariana Burkhead at third. Sophia Smith in left. Amber Pennington in center. And Tori Patton in right as we get ready to resume, and a nice crowd already on hand here at Parker Field. Weininger will step up to the plate, hitting a very good .357 and a big spot here with two teammates on. In the first pitch, there's a strike called, and that'll even the count on a fastball at 2-2. One out in the inning as Weininger steps in from the right side. Now digs in. The next pitch is popped straight back off the fence in front of us, and that'll keep the count even at 2-2. Again, a big thank you to Athletic Director Jeff Hine here at Mitchell High School and the administration for allowing this game to be played. A lot of action going on here with Mitchell, but none of the Mitchell teams are playing, as again fouled off behind the plate off the bat of Elliott Weininger. The count remains 2-2. Across the way at Sitsinger Field, it's Patoka Lake Athletic Conference baseball between Springs Valley and Orleans. 2-2 pitch hit on the line, and it's a extra bases down the left field line. Coming in to score will be Galloway, chugging in from second base as Kovas. Weininger comes up with a big 2-run RBI single, and that'll put the Blackhawks up quickly here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard by a score of 2-0. Ellie did a nice job just waiting her time and roped one down that left field line for the first hit of the day for the Hawks, and it is a big one. Quick snap throw down as Weininger gets the lead as Apple trying to keep that runner close, and the first pitch to Tanessa Jackson is outside for ball one. Runner on at first. Next pitch in is going to be low. Gets away from Apple. There goes Weininger, hit down the second on the pass ball, and now to put another Blackhawk runner in scoring position. Tanessa Jackson coming in, hitting .296 on the season for the Blackhawks. Even though they are the home team, it is a neutral site at Parker Field. Off-speed pitch goes off the glove again and bounces right back to Apple, but it gets far enough away on the pass ball, and all of a sudden, here's Weininger over at third for the Blackhawks with one out. Jackson ahead in the count now 3-0. Smith winds, delivers from the circle. There's a strike, a fastball at the knees for strike one. See if Jada can battle back here, who has done the majority of the pitching for the Rams throughout this season. Both teams winding down regular season play this week, and the next pitch is high, and that will be a walk issued, and that'll put Jackson on at first base. First walk of the day issued here by Jada Smith, and that'll bring to the plate the number 6 hitter, Cavazos. Kayla, the right fielder, will step in. She comes in hitting .285 on the year with 6 RBIs, another right-handed hitter with runners at the corners. One out in the inning. There goes the runner. Quick throw down to third. Thought they might catch Weininger maybe straying a little bit too far off, but Elliott saw what was developing in front of her and just wanders down the line a couple of strides and gets back. That is a strike called on Cavazos. Behind in the count, but again, 2 runners in scoring position, 2 already in for the Hawks. This one's hit to the right side of the infield. Hall, the second baseman, fields it, but that'll bring in a run, but it'll trade a run for an out, and that'll make it now a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Blackhawks. That will also move Jackson over to third base, and 4-3 on the out, or out number 2, and that'll bring up Olivia Allen, the center fielder. Another right-handed hitter for the Blackhawks. First pitch to Allen, squares, fakes the bunt. The ball gets away from Apple, rolls down the third base side, and that will allow Jackson to come in. So the Rams having some issues with pass balls and wild pitches here, an unearned run, and that will make it now a 4-0 ball game. As Coach Hickman told me before the game, he said we need to take advantage of this situation and jump out early, and that's what his team has done. 1-0 count to Allen with the bases empty now. 2 outs in the inning, and there is a strike called on the inside part of the plate for strike one, 1-1. Ram defense today, as we mentioned it, Apple behind the plate, Jones at first, Hall at second, Ashley at short, Burkhead at third, Smith in left, Pennington in center, and Patton in right. Big hefty cut that time by Allen, and she just gets a piece of it, fouls it off the screen, and the count is 1-1 on the 7th hitter in the order here for the Valley Blackhawks. 4 runs here in this inning, so the layoff has not hurt the Hawks. The next pitch is going to be low, and that'll make the count now 2-1 to Allen. Olivia, a junior, hitting .190 on the season, trying to keep this inning going with 2 outs and nobody on, but 4 runs already in. Smith trying to stop the bleeding here, and the next pitch is going to be too far inside, and Allen is now pushed to count to 2-2. Big pitch here by the righty Jada Smith to try and close out this inning without any further damage. And It's going to sail high, and that will be a walk as Allen will go down to first base to keep the inning alive. Second walk issued by Jada. And to the plate now will be Ella Paredes, the catcher. Paredes, a junior, hitting .222 on the year, but she has 12 RBIs to her credit, and she has a teammate out on the first base bag. Timeout called here by Coach Jason Hickman. He talks with his batter, and a little exchange in the helmets as well from the Blackhawk dugout to the base runner. Rams trying to get out of this inning right now. Runner on at first, 2 outs. As Paredes, the eighth man to bat. There's a steal down to second. The throw is high. Sliding underneath the tag is Allen, and she'll be down at second base. So Valley very aggressive here on the base pass in this ball game. And that'll put Allen down at second. Paredes behind in the count as she took that one for a strike. The wind in the pitch, and there's a fastball, but it drifts too far inside, and the count goes to 1-1. Rough start here as we restart this game for the Rams, but a good one for the Blackhawks. They lead it 4-0. Oh, and the pitch is inside. Hit her on the left shoulder, and that will put 2 base runners on for the Blackhawks. As Paredes be hit by a pitch, she will go down to first base. And for Jada, that will be her first hit batsman. And the inning stays alive here for the Blackhawks, and that'll bring up Elizabeth Sourdyke. Sourdyke will step in from the right side. The freshman hitting .138, playing left field today. Big spot here in the bottom part of the order for the Blackhawks, and the ball gets away again. Here go the runners, not hesitating at all. And another pass ball here for the Rams, and that will move the base runners up, and that will put runners on at second and third for Valley with 2 outs. 1-0 the count to Sourdyke. Wind in the pitch. Sourdyke's ball goes off the mid of Apple all the way back to the screen now to allow another runner to come in. And another unearned run here for the Blackhawks as they are taking advantage of Smith and Apple just not on the same page. And that also will move the runner up to third base on the pass ball. The count is 1-1 to Sourdyke. Next pitch is going to be just a bit inside. And the count goes to 2-1. Sourdyke waits patiently, chokes up on that bat. As Smith looks at the runner at third, pitches it in, and it's going to be fouled off the screen just to the right of home plate. And that'll make the count now 2-1. Again, Valley started this inning on the game that was suspended with 1 out and 2 on, and they've taken advantage of it, put a 6th spot on the board here already in this ball game. A wind and a pitch swing and a miss, and that'll finally bring the inning to a close here. But when it's all said and done, the Blackhawks are able to send 9 batters to the plate. They pick up a total of 6 runs in this inning. There was only 1 base hit. There was 1 batter left on, and there was 1 Ram error. And I make that rather 2 Ram errors. And at the end of 1 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, it is Springs Valley 6 and Paoli 0. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Broadcasting from the historic Paoli Square, we are Mix 95.3 WUME Paoli.
Looking for a bank that actually puts you first? Then it's time to meet Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, where banking feels a little more human. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, chasing your first home, or planning that someday retirement dream, we've got your back every step of the way. Enjoy personal service, local decisions, and real people who care about your goals. Stop by your local Springs Valley Banking Center or visit us online at svbt.bank to get you started. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That was a little bit too generous there at that inning break. Only 5 runs in for the Hawks to make it a 5-0 ball game. But again, a very big first inning there for the Springs Valley Blackhawks as we resume this suspended game. See if the Rams can answer back here in the second inning of play as they will face Tanessa Jackson, 2-6 on the season. The right-hander, a 9.33 ERA, 57 innings, given up 130 runs. 76 of them have been earned, 123 hits, 25 strikeouts, and 31 walks. The Blackhawk defense today, Ella Paredes behind the plate, Adley Galloway at first, Elliot Weininger at second, Lola Kovas at short, Josie Robinson at third, Elizabeth Sauerdyke in 11, Olivia Allen is at center, and Michaela Cavazos is out in right. So Jackson, the right-hander, steps in, and she will face Izzy Apple for the first time today, leading it off here in the second for the Rams, who trail it 5-0. Apple, Jones, and Pennington due up for the Paoli in this second. Swing and a miss on the first run by Izzy for strike one. Talked with Coach Brandy Dillard. She said the Rams needed to adjust to Jackson, who's not a hard thrower, more of an off-speed pitcher, and Paoli was swinging way out in front of some of those offerings earlier in the week, and hopefully able to make those adjustments here today. They'll need to, trailing 5-0. The next pitch is a breaking ball that's inside for ball 1-1. Izzy coming in, hitting .235 on the season for the freshman. Paredes and Jackson, the battery here today. Jackson winds, delivers, and it's off the fist to the third baseman, and right there, the squeeze it is Robinson. Didn't even have to move, playing even with the bag, and that'll be the first out of the inning on the pop-up to the third baseman, and that'll bring up Alyssa Jones, the Rams' first baseman. Alyssa coming in, hitting .359, the sophomore, the number 6 hitter in the order. Step in from the right side, and she tries to adjust a little bit by moving up to the front of the batter's box to face the right-handed pitching Jackson for the first time today, and there's a strike on the outside part of the plate at the knees for strike one. Blackhawk outfield, very shallow, particularly Allen in center field, and shading over to left field is right now against the right-handed hitter. Medium depth around the infield and about a stride and a half behind the bags at first and third. Jackson with the wind, and the pitch is hit down third base, backhanded over there by Robinson, throws from one knee, across the diamond. Oh, and it takes a bad hop, and Galloway cannot hold on to it, and it actually came up and bounced off her face guard, which is why they wear them here in softball, and that will be an error charged on the Blackhawks as for Valley. That will be their first error of the ball game. And that will bring to the plate Amber Pennington. So Paoli trying to get something going here with a runner on at first and one out in the inning. Amber Pennington, the Rams center fielder, will step into the plate, hitting .214 on the year. Jones down at first. First pitch is a strike at the knees on the outside part of the plate to Pennington for strike one. 5-0, Blackhawks on top. Rams trying to answer back here and get some of those runs back in the second. Again, an overcast day. Good news is no rain in the forecast. Lightened up earlier, now darkened clouds here at this point of the game in the upper 60. There's one hit off the handle, one hop to the first baseman, fielded by Galloway. She tried to go to second for the double play, but Jones got down there plenty of time. The shortstop, Kovas, was going to have to tag her anyway. As Pennington goes the second out of the inning, she is out 3 unassisted, and going down to second will be Alyssa Jones now with 2 outs. And that'll bring Tori Patton to the plate. Nice play there by Galloway at first base to get that sure out. Patton, the right fielder, steps in from the left side. First pitch is squared around bunt, but came up empty for strike one. Tori, like Jada Smith, likes to do that little running bunt thing in the batter's box. Tori, the senior, hitting .261 on the year. Jackson looks into the dugout, has the sign for the pitch. Third baseman creeping in down the line. 2 outs in the inning, runner at second. And this one's going to sail outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Gracie Hall is on deck for the Rams. Rams here in the bottom part of the order in the bottom of the second, trailing it by a score of 5-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Vanessa Jackson in the circle. The pitch home. And again, looking up and trying to step up his Patton, but that one sails outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Jones holds her spot down at second. Outfield really comes in almost like a short outfield. They're only about 2 or 3 strides off the brown turf into the green turf that separates the infield from the outfield here at Parker Field. The wind, the pitch, and another swinging butt comes up empty, and the count goes to 2-2 to Torrey Patton. Torrey got to be very selective. Looking down to head coach Brandy Dillard the first base way. Rams trying to scratch out a run here in the top of the second, trailing 5-0. Jackson looks into the dugout. Now she and Paredes are on the same page, and the 2-2 pitch is on the way from the right-hander. Runs up to look at it, does Patton, but keeps the bat on her shoulder as this one is out of the strike zone, and the count goes to 3-2. Torrey Patton really steps up and crowds the plate from that left side of the batter's box. Jackson taking a lot of time between pitches. Now has one she likes and ready to deliver the payoff pitch. 3-2 on the way, and it's a strike called, and that will end the inning as Patton will go down on strikes for out number 3. Here in the second for the Rams, there were no runs, no hits. They leave one batter on, and there was one Blackhawk error. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and it is Valley on top by a score of 5-0. You're listening to Rams Softball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Go to the bottom of the second here at Parker Field between the Paoli Rams and Springs Valley Blackhawks, and it'll be the top of the order due up, and that'll be Josie Robinson. Robinson, well, actually led off this game on Monday night at Springs Valley with a pop-up to the shortstop, so she is officially 0 for 1 on the game. Steps in from the right side. First pitch is a low, slow roller fielded by Burkhead at first, throws it across the diamond, and a nice pick out of there by Jones at first base. And there's one pitch and one out as the corner defenders do the job for this Paoli defense. Adley Galloway will now step to the plate. She got on with an error her first time up and then came around to score the first run of the ball game earlier here this afternoon. One out, nobody on, and there's a strike at the letters on the inside part of the plate to Galloway for strike one. Now see if Jada can get into a little bit of better momentum on the mound and get into a rhythm here. Struggled a bit in that first inning of play. And this off-speed pitch is going to sail way outside for ball one, 1-1. Galloway on the year hitting 167, the sophomore. Steps in from the right side for Valley. And the 1-1 pitch is popped up in the air, but it's going to make its way out of play behind home plate, and the count will go to 1-2. Blackhawks in their all-black uniforms trimmed in black and gold with the Valley script across the front. Rams in their purple jerseys with Paoli and white across the front, the white sleeves and the gray pants. This next pitch sails high all the way to the backstop, and that'll make the count now 2-2. A big day here for Valley softball. They got 2 conference games and 2 county rival games back-to-back here at Mitchell. As soon as they're done here with Paoli, they'll take on Orleans. This one's popped up to the right side of the infield, going back over towards the first base bag, and at the edge of the dirt and grass here on the turf is Gracie Hall to squeeze it for out number 2. And that'll bring up Lola Kovas. Kovas got on with an error her first time up, stole a base, and came around to score the second run of this ball game. Lola on the year hitting .205. The junior will step in from the right side. Rams try to get a 1-2-3 inning here, and the first pitch is a fastball that sails high for ball one. Kova steps out, now back in. Rams defense straight away in the outfield. As Jada Smith has a chuckle with her infielders, and the wind in the pitch, and this one's going to be low in the dirt, goes all the way back to the backstop, and the count goes to 2-0. A ground out and a pop-up here for Valley in this second inning. They have 2 out, nobody on. Kovas, the number 3 batter in the order. The wind in the pitch, and another off-speed pitch. It sails high for ball 3. Smith has already walked 2 batters in this ball game and hit 1. Trying to settle in after giving up 5 runs in the first. 2 outs here in this inning. And the next pitch is going to be outside, and Kovas will walk on 4 straight to keep the inning alive. She'll be down at first base on the 3rd walk of the day. And that'll bring to the plate Elliot Weininger. Weininger got things going here. She actually was the first batter as we resumed the game with 2 on, and she was able to come up with a big single down the left field line to drive in the first run of the ball game. She'll step in from the right side with the runner on at first, and Valley in that first inning, very aggressive. Don't expect Kovas to stay there long. She goes, a swing and a miss, throw down to second, throw not in time. It was on the money that time as Ashley able to cover the bag from the shortstop spot, but it was Kovas with her speed to get in under the tag, and she's down at second, strike 1 count on Weininger. Elliott a chance again to drive in another run. 5-0 in favor of the Blackhawks. The wind in the pitch. This was a fastball inside. Kovas dances down, gets a huge lead. Now will retreat back to the bag, and the count goes to 1-1. Elliott, 357 hitter, gone up at the first hit of the game, and this one's fouled over near the dugout. It just makes its way out of play. Rams down the third base dugout here today. They are the visitors, and the Blackhawks will man the first base dugout, which is the home dugout whenever Mitchell plays or whoever is playing here at Parker Field in regular season or postseason play. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter, Elliot Weininger. Weininger with the runner on at second, looks at the fastball inside. Kovas again about halfway down. Now she goes as the throw goes back to the pitcher, and just Kovas just waited for the Rams to just kind of relax a little bit, and then a delayed steal, and she is on at third base. And that'll put her down at third with the count now 2-2 to Weininger. 2 outs in the inning. The wind, the 2-2 pitch is a little pop-up over the head of the third baseman. That'll fall in for a single and another run driven in as Kovas will make it now a 6-0 lead for the Blackhawks here tonight. As Weininger, a big day, 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs to her credit. She is on at first with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Vanessa Jackson. Jackson on the day was walked, stole a base, and came home on a wild pitch. She steps in with the run on at first and 2 outs in the inning. Started off innocently enough, but the Blackhawks have scratched out a run. Here's a snap throw down to first base, but Weininger is back in plenty of time. And that's a strike called to Jackson. Jada Smith in the circle for the Rams, a sophomore, ready to wind, deals at home. Oh, and she hits her. That'll be the second hit batsman of the day for Smith. That puts runners on at first and second for the Blackhawks. And to the plate will be Michaela Kovasas. Kovasas grounded out to the second baseman her first time up. Valley trying to get another crooked number up on the board, one already in here in the second to make it a 6-0 ball game. They have runners on at first and second with 2 outs in the inning. Kovasas is the 6th hitter in the order. Steps up in the front of the box from the right side. Fouls the first pitch off the screen right in front of us for strike 1. Again, great to have this type of facility around our area that can be used as, again, Mitchell helping out some Patoka Lake Athletic Conference friends here today. The next pitch is a fastball, but it is inside for ball 1 to Kovasas. Your lead runner is Weininger at second. Jackson down at first for the Blackhawks. Hawks already 1 run in this inning. They have 6 so far in the ball game. We are in the bottom of the second. Next pitch is going to be low and inside, and the runners again bluff to go down, but they do not advance. Kovasas Ahead in the count now 2-1. Winding down the regular season, the final week of the regular season, with postseason knocking out our door starting Monday. Fastball sails high. Michaela looks at that one out of the strike zone, and the count goes to 3-1. 2 outs in the inning, 2 on here for the Hawks. Smith got the first 2, but then started to run into trouble with a walk, a hit batsman, and a single. Jada from the wind, the pitch, a swing and a miss, and a bluff throw by Apple. She runs almost halfway out to the pitcher's circle, and the count to Kovacic is 3-2. So Jada 1 strike away from bringing this bottom of the second to a close is what the Rams need here, but Valley already a run across in the inning. Jada looks into the dugout, has the sign and the pitch that she wants, delivers 3-2, and again spoiled. Michaela staying alive with a foul at the plate, and will do it again. Of course, with the 3-2 count, 2 outs, runners, they take off as soon as they can. As Jada Smith, 1 pitch away from closing out this inning. The wind and the 3-2 again. Hit right back to Jada. 1 hopper, throws over to first, and that will bring the inning to a close as Kovacic grounds out pitcher to first baseman. But for the Hawks here in the second, pick up 1 more run on 1 base hit. They leave 2 batters on, and there were no Ram errors. We'll go to the top of the third on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It is a 6-0 lead for the Blackhawks. You're listening to Rams Softball on Mix 95.3.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Once upon a time, you spent your money on candy and video games. Now, you're trying to save up for that new thing you just gotta have. Level up your money game. Ask your parents to help you open a smart spending account at Hoosier Hills Credit Union. It has all those cool things like your very own debit card, or transfer money easily to your friends. Also perks like no monthly fees and an app on your phone to manage your money. Smart money moves? Total main character energy. Hit up HoosierHills.com and get started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
We'll move on to the third inning of play here at Parker Field, and to the plate for the Rams will be the hitters 9, 1, and 2, Gracie Hall, Jada Smith, and Sophia Smith. As Gracie, the second baseman, steps in to face Jackson for the first time in this ball game. Gracie, the freshman, hitting .233 on the year, and Jackson ready to deliver the first pitch of the third on the way, and it's going to be high and outside for ball 1. Gracie, a right-handed hitter, trying to get something going here for the Rams, who trail it 6-0. If they can adjust to Jackson, who's more of an off-speed pitcher, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast. Rams trying to settle in and get their timing down. This one's popped up into the air out to left field. Going back is Sourdyke, and she can't get it. It's over her head. There's Hall motoring around first to second, heading into third. Here comes the relay. It's going to be wide and high to the third baseman, that being Robinson, and that'll be a triple off the bat. A Gracie Hall out into left field. So Rams get something going here as Hall picks up the extra base hit. She'll be over at third, and that'll bring the top of the order to the plate. As Paoli looking to get something going in this third inning, and what a way to start it with the freshman Gracie Hall, the triple over the head of the left fielder Sourdyke. Jada Smith will step in from the left side. Third baseman comes creeping in down the line. Jada see if she'll try that running bunt or swing away, and she kind of steps up in the batter's box, looks at it outside for ball 1. Jada on the year, hitting .548 on the season. Steps out, calls time now back in. All the first run possibly for the Rams down at third with nobody out. The second time around, see if the Rams can do some damage facing Jackson. The next pitch sails high and outside for ball 2, 2-0. Robinson, the third baseman, comes down the line a couple of strides. First baseman Galloway is back at third with the left-handed hitter. Runner on at third. Not playing very deep at all in the outfield except for Rod, right fielder for the left-handed hitter. And again, Smith steps up, looks at it sail outside, and she's ahead in the count, 3-0. Sophia Smith is on deck for the Rams. Paoli trying to get a battle-back inning here, down 6-0, starting this third inning. Vanessa Jackson for the Blackhawks on the mound. Or I should say in the circle here in softball. The pitch in, it's going to be high and outside, and that'll be a walk to Jada Smith as she goes down to first base. First walk issued today by Jackson. And that'll put runners at the corners for Sophia Smith. Smith had a single her first time up when we played back on Monday, coming in hitting right at .500. She'll step in from the left side. Probably will not have Jada Smith on at first very long. Really coming in is Robinson, the third baseman, halfway down the line. Galloway will be charging as well from first base. The first pitch is bunted right in front of the plate of beauty. Here comes the runner in. They go to first, but not in time. There goes Smith over to third. High throw goes off the dugout, and the Rams keep running as Smith will come in to score the second run, and they're going to wave in all the way Smith. Sophia's going to score all the way, and Sophia laid down the bunt. That will be a bunt single for her. And then two errors on the throw over to the third base side, and the Rams scratch out 3 runs just like that, and all of a sudden makes it now a 6-3 ball game as Paoli gets something done here in this third inning of play. As Jada Smith comes around to score that second run, Sophia Smith, well, she did not break stride all the way around to make it now a 5-3 ball game. And Charlie Ashley will be at the plate. Ashley had a single, was left stranded in the first. So some momentum going the Rams' way, get a little bit more chipper in their dugout. And the next pitch, or I should say the first pitch to Charlie, is low and inside for ball 1. Pitching has been an issue for the Blackhawks this season. Coach Hickman felt good this game because he had all of his players back for the first time, he said, in a long time being healthy. And he was going to play on that today and hope that would carry them to victory. But right now, their lead has been cut in half. Charlie Ashley at the plate. The right-hander beats it foul down the third base line, and that's going to go foul and stay foul. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Ashley. Charlie on the season, .294. And again, this is a young middle infield for the Rams. Both are freshmen in Ashley and Hall. And her teammate and classmate started off this inning with a triple. Now Charlie trying to see if she can get something rolling here. Bases empty and nobody out. Jackson in the circle, wheels, deals, and it hits the batter. And that will put Ashley on at first base. So the Rams keep going here in this third inning. First hit batsman of the day for Jackson. And now we see Kobus, the shortstop, comes in to talk to her pitcher. And Terriana Burkhead, third baseman for Paoli, will stroll to the plate with the runner on at first and nobody out. Again, this all started with a triple, a walk, then the bunt single, and 2 errors on the Blackhawks. And the Rams have scored 3 quick runs. As Jackson in the circle faces Burkhead, who grounded out third baseman, hit to the shortstop. Kobus knocks it down with the backhand, but she will not have a play. Yep, she does. She finally goes over to second, and that will be the force. She tried to pump fake over to first, but then decided, no, that won't work. So she made a heads-up play for out number 1, and that'll get Ashley. She will be out 6-4, and Burkhead will be on with a fielder's choice. Runner on at first, again for the Rams with 1 out in the inning for Izzy Apple. Izzy Popped up to the third baseman the first time. Robinson didn't even have to move. She just stood right where she was, and the ball came to her, bunted right out in front. Jackson has it. Throw over to first on the sidearm. Got it. Here's Burkhead. She motors around second, and then they come back to try and tag her. She almost overran the play. As a good job that time by the third baseman, Robinson, to stay right there and come down with a high throw, because if that would have got by her, that would have cost them, that being Valley, another run. Apple is out. That goes 1-3 for out number 2, but it does put Burkhead now down at third base. That'll be 2 outs in the inning, and Alyssa Jones to the plate for the Rams with a runner on at third. The wind, the pitch. It's hit to the third baseman, backhanded by Robinson. Throw across the diamond, plenty of time. What a nice backhanded play by Josie Robinson to bring this inning to a close. That could have really been some trouble again for Valley, as that will be out number 3 of the inning. But for the Rams, they're able to come back. They pick up 3 runs in this inning. They, in the inning, had 2 base hits. They leave 1 base runner on, and there were 2 critical Blackhawk errors. We'll go to the bottom of the third, and on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard, Valley on top, 6-3. You're listening to Rams softball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summer's seamless gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now, because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summer's Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Olivia Allen leads it off for the Blackhawks in the third and looks at one low below the knees for ball 1. Allen, Paredes, and Sourdyke due up. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 for the Blackhawks. In the circle, Jada Smith, fastball, but this one's going to be low and inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Allen walked, stole a base, and then came around on a pass ball to score the 5th run of the ball game back in the first inning. Allen, the center fielder, looks at the next one, and it's going to sail high and outside for ball 3. Jada Smith still trying to get into a rhythm here today. Tough to do. You start a game, wait 3 or 4 days, and you try and come back. Got almost approach it like, hey, it's a brand new ball game for Jada. And there's a strike called at the letters, and the count goes to 3-1. Allen, a 190 hitter on the season, coming into this conference contest, a game that had to be played in conference standings for both of these ball clubs. There's a breaking ball that sails outside, and that'll be a walk to open up the third here for the Valley Blackhawks. And for Jada Smith, that'll be her 4th walk of the day. As we mentioned earlier, Valley's been very aggressive. Coach Hickman has not had the stop sign up anywhere here today. And we see Allen down at first, see how long she stays there. Ella Paredes comes up. She was hit by a pitch in the first and was left stranded when the inning came to a close. Blackhawks looking for some production here out of the bottom third of the order. They lead at 6-3 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Fake bunt runner down, but the throw is going to be just late as, again, the shortstop coming over, Ashley, made the tag, but just a hair late on the throw, and that will put Allen down with a stolen base with nobody out, and the count 1-0 to Paredes. The catcher for the Blackhawks, Check swing, nope. Throw down, a high throw, and they're off and running. Head first slide is Allen. Back-to-back stolen bases, and she's over at third with nobody out and the count 2-0. Coach Hickman did not wait long to get his player from first to third over to where he is at in the coach's box. Gives Paredes a great opportunity to drive in a run. Looks at the next pitch outside, and the count goes to 3-0. Ella, wears number 13 on her Blackhawk uniform. Jada Smith in the circle. A little damp yet on the field as the pitch in. There's a strike called at the knees. Jada rubbing her pitching hand to make sure she doesn't have any moisture. Keeps that towel with her in the back pocket as well. Allen is over at third. She walks. Stole second. Stole third. She'd love to steal home if she'd get an opportunity here. The wind, the pitch. And there's a fastball called on the inside part of the plate at the knees. And Jada has battled back to go 3-2 to Ella Paredes. 6-3, Valley on top. Jada Smith trying to keep it right there. There's an off-speed pitch. Third baseman, Burkhead's throw is way over the head of the first baseman. That's Alyssa Jones, and she has to track it down near the dugout. That will give the Blackhawks a run, but they were going to give up the run for the out. Unfortunately for the Rams, they do not get an out. That will be an error on the third baseman of Paoli. And that'll keep the inning going with the runner on at first and nobody out. And Elizabeth Sourdyke will come to the plate. She struck out to end that first inning for Valley after they put up 5 to start off the game when it resumed. First pitch, Sourdyke squares the bunt. A beauty. Here's Smith out front. There's nobody at second to cover. And the Rams have a breakdown in defense. And that'll be a bunt single by Sourdyke. She'll be on at first base, and that'll take us to the top of the order to Josie Robinson. Robinson has popped out and grounded out, but a big opportunity here for the third baseman who's made a nice couple of plays out in the field for Valley here this afternoon. 1 run already in for the Blackhawks. It was unearned. We'll see how long Coach Hickman keeps him at first and second. A strike taken on the inside part of the plate to Robinson for strike 1. Base runners hold. Your lead runner, Paredes down at second. Sourdyke at first for the Blackhawks. No outs in the inning. The wind, the pitch, and it's hit to the third baseman. Here goes Burkhead. She's going to tag the runner. Tries to go across to first, but not in time. Smothered there by Jones to make sure that the runners do not advance. Paredes is out 5 unassisted. That'll be out number 1. And that'll be a fielder's choice to Robinson. She'll be down at first. And that'll bring up Adley Galloway to the plate. Galloway on with an error and scored and popped out to the second baseman in her 2 previous trips. Runners still at first and second, though, for the Valley Blackhawks. Sourdyke at second, Robinson at first. Galloway, the first baseman, squares the bunt, misses, and Rams able to quickly cover all bases, and Valley does not advance. It goes down a strike to Galloway. Little small ball being employed now by Coach Hickman as Galloway steps in. The strike 1 pitch, again, this one is bunted, but it's going to be foul and off the screen. And I make the count now 0-2 to Galloway, hitting 167 on the year. 1 run already in for the Blackhawks to make it a 7-3 ball game. They've scored in every inning so far here this afternoon. And next pitch is low and inside. Nice job by Apple. She bobbled it, throws it down, and the ball gets away from the third baseman. But nice backup there by Sophia Smith. And they've got a runner caught in a rundown between second and third. But that will allow the runner to come in as Valley with good heads-up base running. And coming around is Sourdyke to score when Valley just put the pressure on the Rams' defense, trying to make them do something in that rundown. Robinson is down at second base, and that will put runner on at second with still only 1 out in the inning. The wind and the pitch, and there's a strike called, and Galloway is out on strikes looking. That'll be out number 2. And then error will be charged to the Rams catcher on that throw down. Makes it 2 outs now for Lola Kovas. Kovas on with an error and scored, and walked and scored in the second. Robinson down at second with 2 outs. Off the end of the bat, foul of Lola Kovas. And that'll be strike 1. Kovas, the shortstop here today. The junior coming in, hitting .205 on the year. Tries to keep this inning rolling for the Hawks. Hits again off the end of the bat, and the count goes to 0-2. Valley two unearned runs so far here in this inning. And only one base hit. This is one of those strange games where the team has more runs than hits, and that's the case for the Blackhawks, but they don't mind as long as they keep putting runners across home plate. This is an off-speed pitch. Here goes the runner to third. They get her. Do they? No, she slid under the tag. She did. A nice play by Robinson. The throw was there towards the second base bag, and Robinson did a nice job of sliding and eluding the tag. She'll be there with a stolen base. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Lola Kovas. Next pitch is low to Kovas, and the count goes to 2-2. Coach Hickman not slowing up at all on the base pass. He's being very aggressive out there with his team today, and it's paid off. 2-2 pitch to Kovas on the way. Off speed, a little pop-up to the shortstop, and ranging over to her right, Charlie Ashley to bring it in and bring the inning to a close here for Valley in the third. But again, the Blackhawks put across 2 more runs here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. They do it with only 1 base hit. They leave 1 batter on, and there were 2 Ram errors. We will go to the 4th inning of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, and it is Valley on top, 8-3. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Once upon a time, you spent your money on candy and video games. Now, you're trying to save up for that new thing you just gotta have. Level up your money game. Ask your parents to help you open a smart spending account at Hoosier Hills Credit Union. It has all those cool things like your very own debit card, or transfer money easily to your friends. Also perks like no monthly fees and an app on your phone to manage your money. Smart money moves? Total main character energy. Hit up HoosierHills.com and get started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Teams fighting to stay out of the cellar of the Patoka Lake Athletic Conference, looking for their first conference win here today. And for the Rams, who trail it by a score of 8-3, hitters 7, 8, and 9 due up here in the 4th. Amber Pennington, the center fielder, to lead it off for Paoli. She was out unassisted to the first baseman. This time a slow roller to the third baseman. Robinson fields it cleanly over to her left. Throw across the diamond there in plenty of time. And quickly 1 pitch and 1 out here for the Rams. That'll bring up Tori Patton. She was strikeout victim her first time up. Jackson on the day is the lone strikeout that she has so far. She'll face Patton for the second time here today, the Rams right fielder. Third baseman Robinson, again, sneaks way in down the line, playing even as Galloway at the bag with the left-handed hitter. Bunted foul, but it's going to be fielded in the batter's box. Throw down. Do they get her? And they do. Nice play by Paredes. The catcher just came out there quickly. That ball just kind of spun around there, but she didn't hesitate, came out firing, and that will be out number 2 of the inning. So quickly 2 up and 2 down here for Paoli. And that will bring to the plate Gracie Hall. She got things rolling with a big triple over the head of the left fielder, Sourdyke, her first time up, and came around to score the first run of the day for the Rams. They trail it, though, right now 8-3. Jackson's first pitch, again, Hall jumps on it, but got way out in front of it and hooks it foul down the third base line over the head. I should say over the top of the dugout, down the third base way for the Rams. And Gracie behind in the count now at 0-1. Vanessa Jackson in the circle trying to have her first 1-2-3 inning of the day. She's two-thirds of the way to get that accomplished. It's popped up to the right side of the infield. Over is the second baseman, Elliot Weininger, able to settle underneath of it, and it is a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the fourth. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Valley on top, 8-3. You're listening to Rams Softball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
When construction deadlines are tight and the job can't wait, count on Bender Lumber, now proudly a division of RP Lumber. Their delivery fleet gets materials where you need them, accurately, efficiently, and with the communication pros depend on. From framing packages and roofing to siding, decking, and special orders, they can help keep your projects on track. Talk with the team about delivery options that work for you. Come see them in Paoli or benderlumber.com. Bender Lumber, now part of the RP Lumber family. RP Lumber, best service, best value.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their two locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Elliot Weininger, the Blackhawks second baseman, leads it off, looks at the first one outside, and there's a shot down past the third baseman out in the left field. And Weininger will have her third hit of the game, a perfect 3 for 3 as the Blackhawks second baseman. She leads it off with a single down the left field line. Kind of reminiscent of the first time when we were here to begin the season in the matchup between Paoli and Mitchell. And Mitchell just peppered that third base line all night long. And Valley able to turn on that one is Weininger. And she'll be down at first with Vanessa Jackson at the plate. Weininger won't be there long, though. She stays. It's bunted out in front of the plate, and nobody there. Yep, they finally get over as Hall, but she can't hold on to it. Weininger doesn't hesitate. She comes around second. She'll be down at third, and that'll put Jackson on at first base. Another bunt single, and that'll put runners at the corners here for the Valley Blackhawks as they quickly pick up 2 base hits here in this inning. So Valley doubling their hit total as they come to the plate with Michaela Cavazos. Cavazos grounded out twice to second, and they're going to call the runner out. Jackson, they said, left early. So that will be out number 1 as she leaves early. So that'll cost the Blackhawks a base runner. Weininger on at third with 1 out now. Hit on the ground. Fielded cleanly by Hall, throw over to first. It'll get a run in, but it also will get an out as Elliot Weininger comes in to score. And that'll make it a 9-3 ball game here in this fourth inning of play as Valley again able to scratch out a run as off the bat of Cavazos. She is out 4-3 for out number 2, and that'll bring up Olivia Allen. Allen has walked twice, scored twice, and already has got 3 stolen bases. Bases are empty now with 2 outs, and this one bounces up to the plate. Jada may have caught that one on her hip that time, trying to take something off, and the count goes to 1-0 to Allen. Allen, number 7 hitter in the lineup for Valley. Looks at a fastball this time, catches the inside part of the plate, dotting the corner, and that'll be strike 1, 1-1. Valley 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and now 1 in the fourth. Pitch in is fouled off the end of the bat of Allen for strike 2. Rams' lone runs have been a 3-spot in that third inning of play. Right now it is a 9-3 lead for Valley. We are in the bottom of the fourth at Parker Field. Playing in a neutral site because of the turf. Fouled off the bat again off the screen, and Allen stays alive at a ball and 2 strikes. Hickman down the third base way as his assistants are Justin Weininger, Boston Roulette, Sean Kleesner, and Julia Russell. Hawks trying to win their first conference game. A chopper to the third baseman, Burkhead near the circle, throws it over. It's a high throw, and that'll go to the dugout. That'll keep the inning alive. Around first is Allen. She's there sliding in head first. And for the Rams, that will be an E5. That will put a runner on at second now with 2 outs in the inning. As the Rams here, again, have struggled in the field here this afternoon. As for the Rams, that'll be error number 5 of the ball game. And that'll bring Ella Paredes, the catcher, to the plate. She's been hit by a pitch and got on with an error and then was forced out on the base pass. She'll step in for the third time here today with the runner down at second, that being Allen, who can steal. Probably won't stay there long. First pitch, she gets about a third of the way down and will retreat. And the pitch is going to be called inside for ball 1 to Ella. Blackhawks keep that string going of scoring in every inning so far in this ball game. Fastball, here goes the runner down. The throw is going to be too far to the second base side of the bag, and that'll be a stolen base. Allen slides in ahead of the tag, and that will give her 4 stolen bases already here today in 3 at-bats. And Paredes is ahead on the count now. They called that a strike, so it'll be 1-1. Next pitch is going to be low for ball 2, 2-1. Allen trying to put all kinds of pressure on the pitcher, Jada Smith, as what she is able to release from third. She comes down the line as far as she feels she can without getting thrown out. Fastball is going to be low. Apple Bluff throw down to third base. Now she throws. Here comes the runner. Terriana Burkhead returns it to the catcher. Apple, her throw is low. Burkhead bobbles it, throws it home, and she's going to slide in safe. In the rundown, Allen and the Rams cannot execute it, and she is able to come in and score. So Valley scored a lot of different ways, but there's another unearned run due to their speed and aggressiveness on the base pass. And the count is 3-1 on Ella Paredes with 2 outs and now nobody on in a 10-3 ball game. Fastball sails low and inside, and that'll be ball 4. Paredes will go down to first base with a walk. And for Jada Smith, that'll be walk number 5 of the ball game. Elizabeth Sourdyke will come to the plate, the left fielder, the number 9 batter in the order. As we have a pitch runner down, it's going to be Watts, I believe, 32. The ball hit on the ground to the second baseman. Hall has it, throws it over to first, and they get her by a half step. Sourdyke will ground to second to end this 4th inning of play. But for the Blackhawks, they come up with 2 more runs. They had just 1 base hit. They leave 1 base runner on, and there was 1 Ram error. At the end of 4 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, it is Valley on top, 10-3. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Well, don't want to cheat anybody out of a hit, but let's give Valley 2 hits in that inning, so they have 5 for the game here as they lead it 10-3. As we move on now to the 5th inning of play, for the Rams will roll back to the top of the order. It'll be Jada Smith, Sophia Smith, and Charlie Ashley. Jada on the day is grounded out and walked and scored back in the 3rd. Steps in from that left side, third baseman Robinson, who has played well, cheats in down the line on the Rams' leadoff hitter. In this 5th inning, ready to get things started. The wind in the pitch by Jackson, and Jada steps up in the batter's box and sees it bounce in front of the plate for ball 1. Head coach Brandy Diller down the third base way here today. Harley Lynn, assistant coach down the first base side, and assistant coach Greg Cornwell as well for the Rams here today. Again, winding up regular season play. Paoli will open up sectional play on Monday night at Salem. Next pitch is going to be outside to Smith, 2-0 to count. Jada trying to get on any way that she can. Coming in, hitting .548 on the year. This is her third appearance. She's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Steps deep in that left-handed batter's box. The wind in the pitch. Runs up again and sees it sail high and outside. Jackson on the day has only issued one walk so far, and that was to Jada Smith. Jada now one pitch away from getting on base for the second time here today. Rams need base runners down by 7 here in the fifth. Jackson with the wind, the pitch, and this is going to be a strike called as Jada kind of stepped up in the batter's box again. Thought about maybe taking off to first, but realized, it's probably a strike, and that's what it was called as the count goes to 3-1. Well, a good crowd here on hand, and another one across the way is Valley and Orleans playing at Sightsinger Field in baseball. The 3-1 pitch on the way, and this one's going to be too far outside, and that'll be a walk to open up the inning for the Rams as Jackson here in the fifth will give up her second walk of the ball game. And that will bring Sophia Smith. Smith has singled and scored, actually has singled twice and scored once. So she will be up the plate with the runner on at first. Smith, that's being Jada, a definite threat to steal. Sophia steps in from the left side. Everybody goes over what they want to do in the field for the Blackhawks. Double play depth at second and short, cheating in at the corners. Again, a slap bunt comes up empty, throw down, but Smith will be in there standing up with the stolen base. She'll be in scoring position. Strike one count on Sophia Smith. Sophia upped her average, coming in at .500, so more points added to that lofty batting average here today. See if she can make it a 3-for-3 day. Be a big hit for the Rams, who trail it by 7 at 10-3. Corners again come cheating in. Now they'll back off. Smith bunts it, but it's going to be foul, and that'll be strike one, 1-1. As we mentioned, the Rams will open up sectional play on Monday night at Salem. They will open up against the Crawford County Wolfpack. Valley, they host their own sectional Tuesday night, and they'll take on Northeast DuBois in their first matchup of postseason play. We'll have more on that as we get later on into this ball game on times and dates and the matchups. Bunted right to the third baseman. Robinson was standing almost at home plate. She is able to throw it across the diamond. That'll move the runner over to third base. Be out in number 1 of the inning, and that'll bring up Charlie Ashley. Ashley is singled and has been hit by a pitch. She'll come to the plate for the third time here in this ball game, looking for her second hit of the day. Rams shortstop entered this contest hitting .294, so hovering right around that 300 mark now with a base hit and hit by a pitch, so officially 1 for 1 in this ball game. Rams trying to bring in that run at third, and this one's hit out in the left field. Sourdike goes back, jumps up, can't get it. That's going to drive in a run around first to second. Throw in on the cutoff. They go to third. They will get her. Yep, she'll come up short, sliding into the turf. So Charlie will be credited with a double here this afternoon and an RBI, but she will be caught at third base, and that will go 7-6 to 5 for out number 2. So the Rams end up getting a run in, but cost them an out as well, and takes a base runner out of scoring position, and that will bring up Tariana Burkhead. She is grounded to third and on with a fielder's choice. Bases are empty now with 2 outs in the inning, but the Rams do score a run. That's the good news. The first pitch to the Rams third baseman, hit right back to Jackson in the circle, throw over to first, and that's an easy third out of the inning. And that will bring it to a close here for the Rams in the top half of fifth. But they do pick up 1 run on 1 base hit. There was nobody left on, and there were no errors. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. 10-4, Valley on top. You're listening to Rams softball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
No two of us are exactly alike. That's why you need a financial advisor with the freedom to focus on the details that make your life your own, your family, the dreams that inspire you. Whatever your goals, you need an advisor who can create a plan uniquely tailored to you, all backed by the sophisticated resources of Raymond James. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Broadcasting from the historic Paoli Square, we are Mix 95.3 WUME Paoli.
Third baseman Josie Robinson leads it off. She fouls the first pitch, swings and misses on the second, behind 0-2, and pops it up to the left side of the infield. Going over is the left fielder near the foul line, and pulling it in is Sophia Smith in short left field. And that'll be 1 up and 1 down for the Blackhawks as they have the top of the order up, and that'll bring up Adley Galloway. Galloway on with an error and scored, then popped out to the second baseman and then struck out looking in the third. She'll step in from the right side with 1 out, nobody on, bunts it, and fielded by Apple in front of the plate, throws it down, but the throw is low, and Hall cannot dig it off the turf. And Galloway will be on with the air, and that'll put a base runner on for the Valley Blackhawks here in the 5th with 1 out. And that'll bring up Lola Kovas to the plate. Kovas on the day, the shortstop, on with an error and scored, walked and scored, and popped out to the shortstop. Squares the bunt in front of the plate. Quick throw. They got to get it there. Do they get her by a half step? They do on the fleet-footed Kovas, but she gets the job of moving the base runner off. Good job that time by the third baseman and fielding that bunt. So that'll be out number 2, and that'll bring up Elliot Weininger, who's had a huge day. She is 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, and a couple of RBIs. She is the cleanup hitter with the runner on at second, 2 outs, swings and misses at the first one for strike 1. Elliot anxious sees that base runner on out there in a 10-4 ball game with her Blackhawks on top. We are in the 5th inning with 2 out and 1 on. Next pitch to Weininger, fouled off the fist, straight back and out of play, and Weininger behind in the count now at no balls and 2 strikes. Robinson started off the inning with a pop-up to short and left. Galloway got on with the error. Then Kovas bunted and was thrown out at first. That has Galloway at second. Hit on the ground to the hole. Here's the shortstop, but Charlie can't hold it, and the base runner keeps motoring on around, and that will bring in Galloway to make it now an 11-4 ball game as that one goes off the mid of the shortstop out in the left field, and will be the second error of this inning for the Rams to put a runner on at first base with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Tanessa Jackson, the pitcher. Valley again keeps that string going of scoring a run in every inning, and here's a wild pitch, goes all the way back to the screen, and Weininger able to easily motor into second base with 2 outs in the inning. Ball 1 count on Tanessa Jackson. The wind in the pitch from Jada, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch for strike 1. Jackson has walked and scored, hit by a pitch, and then singled, and then left early at first base for the first out of the 4th inning. Count 1-1 on the right-handed hitter, steps deep in the batter's box. As Weininger again, they throw down. The shortstop, Ashley, rushes her and runs her back to second base on the throw from Apple. Count, by the way, goes to 2-1 to Jackson. Again, the aggressive base running is proved to be very beneficial here for the Blackhawks in this ball game. There's a strike called at the knees on the inside part of the plate, and the count to Jackson is 2-2. Blackhawks have scored a run here in this inning, but there have not been any base hits. A couple of critical Ram errors have allowed another unearned run in to make it 11-4. And the ball gets away from the batter and the catcher. Here goes Jackson down. Can they throw it to complete it? Jones tries to come over. She can't hold on to it, and that will allow Weininger to come in. And Valley again takes advantage of Ram miscues on the play, and that will be another unearned run. As give Weininger credit, she just kept on the horse all the way around, and Jackson will be on down at the first base with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Michaela Cavazos. And I think we may have a pitch runner here for the pitcher Jackson. We will. And for the Valley Hawks, I'll catch a number here for you. That'll be Lauren Rails, number 15, a junior. So she will be the pitch runner for Jackson. Snap throw down, and Rails thought they might catch her wandering off too far, but she does not, the courtesy runner for Jackson. Cavazos. Count now 1-0. Next pitch is going to be low and inside. Apple again, bluff throw down to first, and the count goes to 2-0. 3 costly errors for the Rams in this inning have pushed 2 runs across in a 12-4 lead for Valley. The wind, the pitch, hit on the ground, third baseman Burkhead has it, goes to second. Does she get there in time? And she does. Kind of had to wait for Hall, the second baseman, to get there, but they were finally able to get Rails out at second. That goes 5-4 for out number 3. And a fielder's choice there for Cavazos. But in this inning for Valley, they pick up 2 more runs. There were no base hits. There was 1 base runner on and 3 critical Ram errors. As we go to the 6th inning of play here at Parker Field, it is Valley on top, 12-4. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
6th inning rolls around here at Parker Field in this county conference showdown between Springs Valley and Paoli. Blackhawks have the upper hand, leading at 12-4. Rams getting down to those final few outs. Got to get something rolling here in the 6th. It's the middle part of the order. Hitters 5, 6, and 7, Izzy Apple, Alyssa Jones, and Amber Pennington. Izzy, the freshman catcher today, is 0 for 2. Popped up to the third baseman and grounded back to the pitcher. Vanessa Jackson taking a lot of time, and Izzy says it's too much time, so she'll step out of the batter's box. As we get ready for the first pitch of the inning, lights coming on, starting to take over on an overcast evening here at Parker Field. The wind, the pitch, a little pop-up. This may fall in for a base hit. No, it goes off the glove of the left fielder. Sourdyke, problem there. That'll be an error, and that'll put Apple on at second. She's still going around second. Here comes the throw. Can they get her in the rundown? No, Izzy is back. Oh, they do call her out. Oh, my goodness. I thought she was able to get back in time, but the umpire said no. So Apple got on with an error, and then she got caught trying to go over to third as that play goes from 7 to 5 to 4 for out number 1. So an adventurous out that time, and that'll bring up Alyssa Jones. Jones, the Rams' first baseman, steps in from the right side, on with an error, and grounded to the third baseman her last time up. 1 out in the inning. Valley with some good fielding plays here today. And this one's hit out into left field. Sourdike breaks in, now goes out. Oh, and she reaches up and stretches out, headed toward the foul line, and makes a great catch. She's had some problems out there tonight, but not tonight, or in this bat, I should say, is Elizabeth Sourdike with a great play out in left field for out number 2. And that'll bring up Amber Pennington. Pennington is 0 for 2 here today. She was out unassisted and then grounded out to the pitcher. Looks as though I think we may have a pitch hitter today here for the Rams, as we will get that confirmation for Paoli. Hitting for Patton, the right fielder, and it will be Jenna Livingston, number 6. So Livingston steps in for the first time tonight as a pitch hitter in this 6th inning of play. First pitch goes all the way back to the screen for ball 1. 2 outs in the inning for the Rams. Jenna Livingston, the pitch hitter, steps in from the right side. Jackson trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. She's had one of those before, and it was this part of the order that got that job done back in the 4th. The next delivery is an off-speed pitch too far inside, and the count goes to 2-0. A little bit of wind blowing from left field to right field, but not a factor here today, as we have seen before here at Parker Field. The next pitch bounces into the catcher. Paredes able to knock it down. But that was all right. Nobody on the base pass, so she didn't have to scramble too quickly to corral it. But we see Livingston on right now. Actually, she's hitting for Pennington and not Patton, as I said earlier. Sorry about that. So count goes to 3-0. So Livingston, see if she can get on base with 2 outs. And she does, as that one's inside. So Livingston draws the 2-out walk, keeps the inning alive, and for Jackson, that'll be her 3rd walk issued of the day. And now it will bring in Tori Patton, but I think, see if we have another pitch hitter possibly for the Rams. Or they may just put Pennington back out on the base pass. Let's see what they want to do here with Coach Dillard. Nope, we are going to have Natalie Patton come in. So Natalie will be hitting for Tori. So Natalie will come to the plate. Means everybody's getting in the game here today in this conference game. We are in the 6th, top of the 6th, and a 12-4 lead for Valley. As we have Livingston down at first with a 2-out walk, and now Natalie Patton, and the pitch is a strike. There goes the runner, Livingston. She'll go in without a throw. She'll be down at second with a stolen base. And a strike count on the hitter, Natalie Patton. Rams scored 3 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th for their 4 runs here this afternoon. However, not enough as they trail it 12-4. Jackson with the wind and the pitch, and this one's going to sail way high, and the count goes to 1-1. Natalie in the number 8 spot hitting for Tori. On deck is Gracie Hall for the Rams. Vanessa Jackson would like to get this hitter and get out of the inning, if at all possible. Looks into the dugout, has the sign that they want her on the pitch count. Again, taking a lot of time here is Jackson in the circle. Looks into Paredes, now has the sign, and the 1-1 pitch is on the way. Oh, and that time Natalie Patton helped her out, as that one was an off-speed pitch, but it was way high and out of the strike zone, and Natalie falls behind in the count at a ball and 2 strikes. So far, Jackson has only had 1 strikeout to her credit here today, but she's had some good plays behind her with her defense, which is what Coach Hickman wanted to see. Next pitch again is a sail high, and the count goes to 2-2. Livingston getting her lead down at second. She's there with 2 outs. She drew a 2-out walk. Rams have had back-to-back pitch hitters here in the 6th. Natalie Patton trying to extend this inning if she can. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is going to be high, and it goes full at 3-2. On deck, the number 9 hitter, Gracie Hall for Paoli, just hoping to get a chance here in the 6th with a couple of base runners on. Vanessa Jackson, big pitch here, 3-2, 2 outs, 1 on, and it's going to be a strike called, and Natalie Patton goes down looking for out number 3, a big strikeout by Vanessa Jackson to close out the inning. For the Rams here, there were no runs, there were no base hits, there was 1 Ram runner on, and there was 1 Blackhawk error. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It's Valley on top, 12-4. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Bottom third of the order, Olivia Allen bunts. Thought it might be foul, but no, they do not. They're going to call it a fair ball. And a great job by Izzy Apple to come out in front of the plate, grab it. And another nice job as the Rams do their job in the infield. Gracie Hall covering over at first. And there's 1 out in the inning as that goes 1-4. Now to bring up Ella Paredes, the catcher. She's been hit by a pitch, on with an error, and walked. Looking at the scorebook, Coach Hickman's going to be pleased because he's got production up and down the lineup here in this game that his team leads 12-4. And the first pitch to Paredes is low for ball 1. Ella stands in from the right side, lifts a pop foul out of play behind the Valley fans to our right, which is down the first base way, and the count goes to 1-1. Blackhawks have a doubleheader here at Mitchell tonight. No, not Mitchell, you might think. They'll have another county conference rival in Orleans waiting on deck here tonight as the next pitch sails inside 2-1, as both Valley had must games to be made up with Paoli and Orleans in conference play here. And Valley on the verge of picking up their first conference win of the season as this one, off-speed pitch. Jada held it on just a tick too long, and it sails outside and high, and count goes to 3-1. Bob Euchre would say just a bit outside. The next pitch, though, is high, and that will be a walk with 1 out, and that'll keep Paredes streak alive, getting on base, and for Jada, that'll be walk number 6 of the ball game here in this 6th inning. And now to bring up Elizabeth Sourdyke, the left fielder. Sourdyke has struck out, singled, and scored in the 3rd and grounded out the 2nd in the 4th. She'll step in from the right side, hitting 138 on the year. Hits the bunt out front. There, Burkhead throw over and covering his Hall, and the Rams again a nice job of rotating on their defense on that bunt play. Sourdyke got the job done of moving the runner down to second base, but that will be out number 2, as that will go 5-4, and that takes us to the top of the order, Josie Robinson. Robinson has popped up to the shortstop, grounded to 3rd, on with a fielder's choice, and flied out to left field. So she'll be batting for the 5th time. A shot, and it goes through the legs of the 3rd baseman. And at that time, Burkhead just couldn't handle that hot shot down in the hot corner. Robinson, with that hard hit ball, deserves a hit on that one. And that'll put runners at the corners here today for the Hawks with 2 outs in the inning. And Adley Galloway, the first baseman, will come up. On with an error and scored in the 1st, grounded out to the second baseman in the 2nd. Then she popped out to the shortstop in the 3rd and grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. Runners at the corners, 2 outs now, and this one's popped up on the first pitch and out of play for strike 1. Valley trying to keep that streak alive here today of scoring in every inning. 5 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, then 2 in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. Runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the 6th. Jada Smith would like to close it out right now if she can. And there's a little pop-up down the first base side, but it's going to go foul as Jones couldn't get to it, kind of that no-man's land there in front of the Blackhawk dugout, as she and Gracie Hall gave it a look, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to Adley Galloway. Your lead runner down at third is Paredes. Robinson over at first. Have not moved her yet. There she takes off on a strike called, and that will close out the inning on a strikeout looking for out number 3. For the Blackhawks here in the 6th, there were no runs. They do have 1 hit. They leave 2 base runners on, and there were no Ram errors. We'll go to the top of the 7th here at Parker Field. Valley on top, 12-4. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
When your job site needs to keep moving, count on Bender Lumber, now proudly a division of RP Lumber. From roofing and windows to decking, doors, and pro-grade tools, they're ready when you are. Need a job site delivery? Looking for free material takeoff? They can help with both. And they know the trades and are here to help keep your projects on schedule. Visit them in Paoli or benderlumber.com. Bender Lumber, now part of the RP Lumber family. RP Lumber, best service, best value.
Last chance time for the Rams here on the road tonight against County and Conference rival Springs Valley, trailing 12-4, heading into the 7th inning of play. And for the Paoli Rams here, it will be hitters 9, 1, and 2. Gracie Hall, Jada Smith, and Sophia Smith due up for Paoli. Rams picked up 3 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Gracie Hall had a ringing triple and scored a run in the 3rd and then popped out to the second baseman her last time up. He'll start off the inning here, standing in from the right side. Vanessa Jackson looking for the complete game victory here today, which would be her 3rd of the season. She is able to keep the Rams at bay here in the 7th. Jackson in the circle. Looks in, the line, first pitch of the inning is going to go through the legs of the catcher Paredes all the way back to the backstop for ball 1. As we mentioned, both teams wrapping up regular season play here as we are in the final 2 days of the regular season, and with rain in the forecast tomorrow, doesn't look like anybody's going to get playing baseball or softball again unless catch a break with a turf field like they have here at Mitchell. The 1-0 pitch is on the way to Gracie Hall, and she looks at a strike for strike 1. Talked with Mitchell head coach Krista Mullis before the ball game. They took a little 30-minute practice before. She said that she would have loved to play today, but it's awards night here at Mitchell, so nothing is scheduled. And she said it's been 12 days since they have played, and they won't play again until Tuesday night in sectional play. So Mitchell a long layoff, but these two teams getting in some last season games. Fastball sails inside to Gracie Hall, 2-1. Jackson beginning her 7th inning of work here this afternoon, giving up those 4 runs on 4 hits, struck out 1, walked 3, and 1 hit batsman so far. Third baseman Robinson playing even with the bag at third. The wind in the pitch, and it's hit to the third baseman, but it will be foul. As coming over, Robinson fields it about a foot outside the chalk that time, or paint here actually, I should say, on Parker Field. Again, can't say enough for the fine folks here at Mitchell High School, allowing Paoli and Valley and Orleans to come play softball here tonight, and baseball, Valley and Orleans over at Sightsinger Field tonight. So taking advantage of these great facilities here at Mitchell High School. And if you ever lobby for turf, this is the reason why. This one's going to be fouled off the screen, and that'll keep the count at 2-2. Probably not what Athletic Director Derek Newkirk wants to hear, but That's the simple fact of it here in May, trying to get games in. Count 2-2 to the leadoff hitter, Gracie Hall, the number 9 hitter in the order. Rams trail it 12-4 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Good crowd on hand for the Rams down the third baseway, and just staying alive as Hall got a piece of it. In fact, it went off the mask of the catcher, Paredes. She is able to track it down near the backstop. The umpire checks her out just to make sure she's okay, and she said, "I am fine and ready to go." And so are we. Jackson, though, giving her catcher a bit of a breather and a chance to catch her breath after taking that one off the mask. 2-2 the count on Gracie Hall, the leadoff hitter for the Rams here in the seventh. 2-2 pitch on the way, and it's going to be inside, and that will make it a 3-2 count. So Hall looking to get on any way that she can. The Rams need base runners in this ball game as they trail it 12-4. Vanessa Jackson taking her time. Not a quick worker. If we had a pitch count clock, she might be violating that from time to time here today. The wind in the pitch, and it's fouled again at the plate. Gracie Hall staying alive. That's all she can do right now. Got to fight off every one of those pitches that she deems to be close to the strike zone. Does not want to turn and make that left-hand turn with the bat on her shoulder. 3-2 is the count. She and Vanessa Jackson ready to go at it one more time here, as Jackson has the 3-2 delivery on the way, and it's going to be a strike call on the inside part of the plate. Well, talked about taking that left-hand turn. That's exactly what Gracie Hall does. Goes down looking for out number one on the strikeout for Jackson. That's just her second. And now to take us to the top of the order, now bring up Jada Smith to the plate. Rams turn it over one more time. Jada's grounded out, walked and scored twice. Been on base, but been very productive when she does. Let's see if she can keep that streak going here. Third baseman Robinson comes down the line about a third of the way. The first pitch to the lefty leadoff. She steps up, does not take a cut at it, and it's going to be ball one. Outfield straight away against the left-handed hitter. Allen not very deep in center. However, Cavazos is deep in right. Sourdyke creeping in left. The 1-0 pitch, and it's going to sail outside for ball two, 2-0. One out in the inning for the Rams, down to their final at-bats. Jada Smith tries to keep extending this game if at all possible. Runs up and will take a strike looking, and the count goes to 2-1. Vanessa Jackson in the circle, going for the complete game victory here today for the Valley Blackhawks. Looking for their fourth win of the season and their first in conference play. Jackson with the wind and the pitch, and it's a chopper in front of the plate, and the third baseman fields it in foul territory. And they're going to come back and do it again, and the count goes to 2-2. The umpires kind of let that one play out, but it was fielded definitely by Robinson in foul territory. So it goes down as a strike to make it a 2-2 count. One out in the inning for the Rams. We are in the top of the seventh and a 12-4 lead for Valley. Jada Smith is at the plate. 2-2 is the count on the Rams' leadoff hitter. Jackson with the 2-2 pitch, slapped to the third baseman, knocked down by the third baseman, throw over, not in time, and that allows Smith to go down to second base. She's still on her horse. The right fielder can't find it. Now they get it back in. They're going to wave her in. Here comes Jada all the way around, and she will score. So Rams again score an unearned conventional run. That, first of all, will be an error on the third baseman. It turns out to be a three-base error to get everybody to come around, and that everybody being Jada Smith. And that'll cut the lead down to 12-5. So an unearned run there, but they all count. And that'll bring up Sophia Smith with one out in the inning. Just goes to show all you got to do is put that ball in play and put some pressure on the defense, and that's what the Rams' Jada Smith did. Stepping up is Sophia Smith to take strike one. Sophia has singled twice, scored once, and grounded out once. looking to try and keep the inning alive for the Rams with one out and nobody on. Janessa Jackson peers into Paredes, has the wind and the pitch, and bunting through it for strike two is Sophia Smith. Sophia got to be very careful now, behind in the count 0-2. Ram fans try to get the rally caps on down the first base way here this afternoon. Sophia Smith is trying to keep that rally going if at all possible. One run already in to make it a 12-5 ball game. Smith looks at the next offering. It sails outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Charlie Ashley is on deck for the Rams. Smith, the left fielder, came in today hitting right at 500, so she has not hurt that average one bit today. In fact, able to add a point or two on it, going 2 for 3 so far. A little slap bunt fielded by Robinson. She bobbled it, not going to be there in time. The ball goes out again into left field. Cavazos comes over this time to keep it from going to the fence, but that'll be another error. So the Blackhawk defense struggling here in the seventh with a couple of errors, one run already in, and Charlie Ashley to the plate. Ashley's turn to keep the line moving. She had a single in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, and a double and an RBI in the fifth. So see if she can back that up with another base hit. Smith with good speed on down at first base. See how aggressive Coach Dillard wants to be today. For Coach Hickman, man, he's had the go sign all the way, and there's a green light down to second base. Ball gets there in one hop. That'll be a stolen base by Sophia Smith. These girls got to remember, though, that they are playing on turf, and you got to wait and get a little bit closer to the bag before you slide, because if you don't, you'll come up short sliding and all of a sudden coming to a screeching halt. It cost the Rams a out or in the inning earlier when they tried to extend the play over to third, and the base runner ended up being out by about 2 feet. Ashley's next pitch is a strike at the knees, and the count to the Rams shortstop is 1-1. Sophia Smith out at second with one out in the inning, one run already in for the Rams. Third baseman Robinson back now almost even with the bag. Runner down at second for Paoli. Charlie Ashley waits on the pitch home and hits it to the third baseman. Robinson's throw across the diamond. That'll get one throw back over to third, but not in time. It's the runner over to third, as Ashley will be out 5-3 for out number 2, and that's all the Blackhawks wanted to see was another out. And that'll bring up the senior, Terriana Burkhead. Burkhead will come to the plate here today. Terriana has grounded to third, on with the fielder's choice, and grounded back to the pitcher. Runner on at third, Sophia Smith, with 2 outs in the inning. Burkhead steps in from the right side. Looks at the first one too far inside for ball one. Terriana looking to drive in another Rams run here to get them another run closer. They trail 12-5, and next pitch from Jackson is outside and a little bit high. And in the count now is the Rams' third baseman at 2-0. Third baseman Robinson is back even with the bag for the Valley Hawks. Don't feel that Terriana is going to be a threat to bunt, being the cleanup hitter. And Burkhead looks at the next one low and inside, and she's ahead in the count now, 3-0. Terriana trying to keep this inning moving forward again. 2 outs in the inning with the runner on at third. Should she get on base, Izzy Apple will come to the plate for Paoli. See what Burkhead gets here on this 3-0 pitch from Jackson on the way, and it hits her. So that will put her on. As we mentioned, you've got to get base runners on, and that's what the Rams have done here. That is going to be the second hit batsman of the day by Jackson, and that'll bring up Izzy Apple, the freshman catcher for Paoli. Izzy has popped out to third, grounded back to the pitcher, and got on with an error, and then was caught trying to get in a rundown back as Coach Hickman now comes out as we have a break in the action here in this seventh inning. One run already in. Rams trail at 12-5. You're listening to Rams Softball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Meeting on the mound, or I should say meeting in the circle, is over with. Everybody came in with Coach Hickman to talk to Tanessa Jackson, just kind of take a deep breath and just worry about getting the batter out. Rams runners at the corners with 2 outs. Izzy Apple. First pitch to Izzy is a shot to the hole. Kobos fields it, goes to second, and she got her on a nice play. Kobos, a great backhanded stab and a throw over to get Burkhead. That goes 6-4, and that'll be out number 3. And that will close out the ball game as well here, as it will be the Paoli Rams losing here 12-5 to the Springs Valley Blackhawks. Here in the Rams' 7th inning, though, they do pick up 1 run. There were no base hits. There were 2 batters left on, or 2 base runners left on, and there was 1 Valley error. And that's your ball game, your final today here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It is Springs Valley 12 and Paoli 5. You're listening to Ram Softball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus. Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware.
Jumped out early
now
in this
offering a
ball
comprehensive
game. That was
selection of ammunition for all your
postponed
shooting
earlier
needs.
in the week and moved over to Parker Field here finally at Mitchell High School. As Valley jumped out in that first inning, they scored 5 and never looked back in this ball game as they win it here tonight by a final of 12-5 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Valley with 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. For the Rams, they had 3 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the seventh for their total of 5 here today. It was Springs Valley 12 runs on 6 hits on 5 errors. They leave 8 base runners on. And for Paoli, they scored 5 runs on just 5 hits. They committed 8 errors, and they leave 6 base runners stranded here in this ball game. As for the win, Valley now improves to 4-14 and pick up their first conference win, and now go to 1-4 in PLAC play. For the Rams, they drop to 3-16 and end up going 0 in the conference. They wrap up conference play 0-6. as Valley moves on. In fact, Valley has another game coming up here. It's a doubleheader for them as they are ready to take on another county and conference rival in the Orleans Bulldogs, and that one also will be in conference play here today. But Valley starts it off on the right note with a 12-5 win. We'll have more from Parker Field. You're listening to Rams Softball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
If there's one thing we all share, it's that our lives are all unique. At Raymond James, we believe that's worth celebrating because financial planning isn't just about numbers and figures. It's about creating the life you envision. So whether you're building a future or preparing for retirement, a Raymond James financial advisor can guide you each step of the way. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Rams fall here today to Springs Valley. Again, this was the 6th time that they try and schedule this game, and they were able to get it in on this Thursday evening at the neutral field of Parker Field here at Mitchell High School. As for the Rams today, a good day for Sophia Smith. She had 2 hits along with a run scored. Charlie Ashley also a 2-hit game, including a double and an RBI. And Gracie Hall had a triple and a run scored. Jada Smith did not get a hit, but she was on base 3 times today and scored 3 runs. But Rams just couldn't push enough across home plate here today against Tanessa Jackson and this Springs Valley Blackhawks, as Valley had a big day from second baseman Elliot Weininger, who had 3 hits on the day, a couple of RBIs, and 3 runs scored. But what Coach Jason Hickman will be most pleased with was the fact he got production out of his lineup from top to bottom. Contributions 1 through 9, scoring runs and getting hits and moving base runners on. Valley was very aggressive on the base pass here today, and that really put some pressure on the Ram defense as they come up with the win. Tanessa Jackson, the winning pitcher, goes 7 innings, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits, struck out 2, walked 3, and had 2 hit batsmen. Jada Smith took the loss, going 6 innings, giving up 12 runs on 6 hits. She struck out 3, walked 6, and hit 2 Blackhawk batters. As it is, Springs Valley winning here today, 12-5. We'll come back to wrap things up from Parker Field. You're listening to Rams Softball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707. In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
As we wrap up regular season play here for the Paoli Rams, I want to take time to acknowledge the seniors on both teams. Each has 3 seniors. For the Blackhawks, Josie Robinson, along with Elliot Weininger and Michaela Cavazos. And for the Rams, their seniors, Tori Patton, along with Amber Pennington, and Terriana Burkhead. Thank those young ladies and their families for all of the hard work and sacrifices they have put in for Springs Valley and Paoli softball throughout their careers. But, of course, they've still got some work to do. Again, Valley, another game coming up here at Parker Field momentarily against Orleans, and then it will be on to sectional play for the Springs Valley Blackhawks, as Valley will be hosting their own sectional, Class A Sectional 64. That will begin Tuesday night with the Game 1 Northeast DuBois and Springs Valley at 6, followed by Wood Memorial and Candleton. Then on Thursday night, those 2 winners come back for the championship game. Our next game will be sectional play from Salem High School to a sectional 46. Monday, the single game on Memorial Day. It'll be Paoli taking on Crawford County. Then on Tuesday night, 2 games. That'll be Salem and Providence at 5:30, followed by Clarksville and Mitchell. Then Wednesday night, it'll be Eastern. They'll take on the winner of Paoli and Crawford County. Then Game 5 will be the winner of Game 2 taking on Game 3. And, of course, those winners from Wednesday come back Thursday for the championship game. That'll be a 6 o'clock game for the Rams against Crawford County on Monday night. Hope to see a good crowd of Ram fans there to back these young ladies as they begin their postseason run in Class 2A Sectional 46. They'll have a rematch with Crawford County, a team they lost to 11-7 less than a week ago. So the Rams will look for a little bit of a revenge factor, and if they can pick up that win, well, that will take a sting a little bit out of that loss in conference play. Here today, though, the Springs Valley Blackhawks jump out to a 5-0 lead and score in every inning but the 6th, and they never look back as they win it here today by a score of 12-5. As always, I want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school softball, not only tonight but throughout the entire season. A big thank you as well, our engineer and producer. Great job, as always, by David Deaton. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final today from Parker Field. It was Springs Valley defeating Paoli 12-5. Good evening, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to today's coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME. Our baseball and softball coverage brought to you all season long by Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, Buddy's Food and Fuel, by RP Lumber, Riley Oil, Springer Insurance, Cave and Cal Car Queries, Orange County Casa, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, Paoli Health and Living Community, by Jeremy Payton, Edward Jones, Orange County REMC, and Orange County Fiber. In Focus Eye Care, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, by